So you are loading into your first Minecraft world, or maybe you just got back to the game after a very long time without playing, and you have no idea what to do because the game has changed a little bit. Well, that's exactly what this video is for. We're gonna teach you, or I'm going to teach you, what you're supposed to do in day one of Minecraft and how to really survive. First thing you wanna do, once you're in the world, you wanna look for the closest trees, okay? And if you spawn somewhere without a tree, I recommend that you do another world and spawn somewhere where you have trees nearby because it's gonna make everything super easy. Once you're near that tree, you're gonna break the wood using your hand. You could just go ahead and click on it and it's gonna break the wood. This will also work in console, okay? This guide will work with Minecraft console edition, but I'm playing right now in the Java edition, which is the computer, okay? It's the PC edition. Break the whole tree, take every log. You could leave the leaves behind because the leaves will break by themselves, and some of the times they'll drop you things like sticks, seeds, or even apples. And apples are great because they're a source of food, as you might imagine. Once you have wood, you want to have at least 4 oak logs. And you're going to place those logs that you just got from the tree. It doesn't matter what type of tree it was. You're going to place it in the crafting area. You're going to get oak planks. And watch what happens as soon as we get those oak planks. We unlock recipes, which means that we could now click on this little book in here and see the things that we could craft using the crafting menu, right? What we're gonna do next though is take all the oak plants because we need to get tools. There's pretty much a couple basic things that you wanna get down in your first day. Those things are tools, food, shelter, and that should be enough for day one, okay? We wanna go for a bed as well, somewhere we go to sleep. But I'm gonna teach you how to do that in a moment. Now that you have oak plants, you wanna make a crafting table. You could make a crafting table by placing 4 oak planks in here, by right-clicking. If you right-click, you press the crafting table in there. However, you could also make it by using the crafting book, right? With the recipes. We click on the crafting table, we get the crafting table, and now you want to place down this crafting table. You could really place it anywhere, it doesn't really matter because we could always pick it up. And to use the crafting table, you're going to right-click it. And right-click the crafting table, and this is how we're gonna make tools, okay? Tools take sticks, and they also take either planks or other resources that you're gonna learn later on, like iron, diamonds, cobblestone. You're gonna learn that later on. But they will always take sticks no matter what type of tools you're making. You're always gonna need sticks. You're gonna need more than one though, as you can see in here. We wanna make, for example, a wooden pickaxe. We're gonna need 2 sticks, right? So to make a sticks, you could always click it here on the recipes, or you could always place 2 planks yourself, 1 plank on top of each other, and that will give you 4 sticks. First, you wanna make around 8 sticks. We already have an extra one because the tree gave us 1, if you remember, but you want to make around 8 sticks, right? So if you got 4 logs like I did at the beginning and you made the crafting table, you made around 8 sticks, you should still have 8 planks left. The next step is to make our first tool, which in this case is going to be a wooden pickaxe. This is the recipe for a wooden pickaxe. You could always select it in here, or you could always make it yourself by placing 2 sticks and 3 planks on top. Once you make that wooden pickaxe, people's opinion varying here in what you should do next. A lot of people say that you should make a full inventory of tools out of wood. I think that when you make a wooden pickaxe, you should go and grab some cobblestone. Like for example, right there, we could see some cobblestone, and we even got an apple and more sticks from the tree, which is great, right? You don't have to pick those up. If you don't get them, that's okay. But if you do, go ahead and grab them. I say when you make a wooden pickaxe, you need to go get some cobblestone. The reason you want to get cobblestone when you make the wooden pickaxe on day 1 is because this is going to accelerate your process a lot in day 1, okay? Usually you want to go for around 20 cobblestone because that is how much we're going to need to make some tools and to make a furnace in day 1. I'm still going to get 24 just in case. We're gonna go back to our crafting table, which we left up there, right? So now, if you are following along this video, you should still have 8 sticks left, some wood, and around 20 cobblestone, right? Go back to your crafting table, which by the way, you could take with you if you see some cobblestone over there. If you don't see some cobblestone in the surface, like in this case, we could see some in there, you could always just break down some grass. You dig down like, usually it takes around 2 or 3 of grass and you're gonna see cobblestone and you could get the cobblestone from there, right? In case you don't see the cobblestone on the surface. Once you do that, you could go back to your crafting table and instead of crafting every other tool out of wood, we could already craft some cobblestone tools. Like for example, we could craft an axe, cobblestone, a stone axe, right? We could craft a stone pickaxe, and we could also craft a sword. We craft those 3 tools out of stone already in day one, which is gonna give us an advantage as if we were instead to do it out of stone. Now you wanna pick up your crafting table and you wanna look for animals. In this case, we have animals super close by. Usually you wanna look for sheep because you wanna get 3 of wool, which is going to allow you to make a bed. To kill animals faster, instead of hitting them while you're standing up, if you get up close to them and you jump and hit them as you're falling, you have to hit them in the middle of your jump. You're going to do more damage, and that is going to allow you to kill the animals. Like for example, if I do it again, we instantly kill them, and we see here that the wolf killed some sheep for us. Wolf will always kill sheep in Minecraft, but they won't attack you unless you attack them. Okay, so I killed some pigs and some sheep. You're mainly looking to have 3 wool, and if you're still following along this guide, you should still have wood left, right, from earlier. And what you want to do next is place down your crafting table. After you got the wool, you want to place 3 wool like this, and you want to place 3 planks right below it, and that will give you your first bed, which is going to be super important for the night. What you want to do next is gather some wood. Okay, you want to gather some logs. We're gonna cut whatever trees we have nearby. We're gonna gather around, I'll say around 20 to 30 logs. It shouldn't really be that hard. It's around 5 to 6 trees, okay? Now, if you see big trees like this ones that have little logs in them that are not following the main pattern of the tree, those are usually bigger trees, and those won't usually fall by themselves after you finish cutting the wood. When you finish cutting the wood of a tree, usually the leaves fall alone by themselves, but that's only if you cut every single log. Bigger trees will have more logs, and it will be harder to get rid of all the logs, right? Anyways, right now we have 24 logs, 2 different woods. Doesn't matter, doesn't make a difference. And what you want to do next, actually I'm going to pick up these little sticks in here. All the time pay attention to the trees you cut down, because they will drop things that will be useful. And if you get saplings, which are pretty much like the seeds for the trees, you want to plant those. Usually I plant them back from where I took the tree off, right? So it grows in a natural environment, right? So what you want to do next after you got the logs is go to your crafting table, and you want to make a furnace. Remember I told you to get cobblestone? You want to make a furnace like so by placing cobblestone all around the crafting table except the middle. Of course, you could always check in here how to make a furnace. The recipe will always be in here, and you could search for recipes here in the recipe book, right? So once you make that furnace and this tree has fallen down, you want to place down that furnace, and all those logs that we pick up, we're going to burn using the leftover wood from earlier. So the way you're gonna do this is place the wood in here, and you're gonna burn as many logs as that wood allows you to burn, right? So we're gonna place the wood here as a fuel to burn some log, and that is going to give us charcoal, which we're gonna use this first day for crafting a campfire. To craft a campfire, after you pick up the charcoal from the furnace, you're gonna head over to your crafting table, and what are you going to do to make a campfire? Well, you could look for it here in the recipes, or you could place it down yourself by placing 3 logs in the bottom, 1 charcoal in the middle, and 3 sticks doing this little triangle in here, which is going to allow you to make a campfire, right? Once you make a campfire, you can place that wherever you want. And this campfire will allow you to cook food, multiple food items at the same time. It's going to allow you to cook 4 food items at the same time, as opposed to the furnace that is only going to allow you to cook 1 thing at a time, right? Now, if you want to burn some more birch log, feel free to do so. You could always use that leftover charcoal. Burning the birch log is going to give us charcoal, which is going to allow us to do some torches. You want to do some torches before the night comes. To do the torches, all you have to do is place a stick and the charcoal on top. You could also use regular coal, and that is going to give you 4 torches. And those torches we could use, and as we can see our food burn. You have to be careful with the fire, because you could burn yourself if you step on the fire, right? Now, as you can see, we have made more charcoal in here, and now it's pretty much time to get ready for the night. All you have to do now is find shelter or make yourself one. You could always cut down trees and make yourself a wooden house, right? Just by using these logs, you turn them into planks, and you can make yourself a wooden house. Or you could do what I like to do, and like I said, this will vary, right? This will vary to a lot of people. What I like to do for the first night in Minecraft, it's literally digging into a wall, right? So I find something that is high up like this. Like for example, earlier we already created this hole in here, right? So we could even use this as shelter for the night. We could always go back to our crafting table, and we could always bring it down here if we need to. I always like taking my crafting table inside the house, as well as our furnace. Now, unfortunately, since I placed a campfire here, and this is something that you could learn from, the campfire, if you were to break it, it will stop working. Like for example, if I break this campfire, it only gives me back the charcoal, but the campfire breaks, right? So ideally, you want to place the campfire close to where you're going to spend the night or where you're going to be living. Now, the campfire is not an expensive item to make, so you could always make more in case you have to break it like I did, right? Now, we want to make a door for our shelter, and to make a door, just turn some of those logs that we got earlier into planks, like so. And obviously, you could check here in the recipes how to make a door, but I could tell you all you have to do is place 2 lines of wood like this, and that will give you the oak door, and we could seal our base like that. We could always place some torches inside the base, and using our stone tools that we made, we could expand the base. We can make our base a little bit bigger. This is the first day survival base, right? It doesn't have to be very fancy, but now we could also place our furnace down. And since we should still have a lot of logs left, we could turn all those logs into planks. Now, if you're using a computer, place those logs in there, hold down your shift key and left click on the oak planks, and look at this. It's gonna send down all the planks. Instead of having to go one by one, it's just gonna make them all planks, right? And now we're gonna make a chest to place every item that we picked up. And to make a chest, it's like making a furnace, but instead of using cobblestone, we're going to use wood. Same way you make a furnace, placing the items all around the crafting table, and that is going to allow you to make a chest, and you can place that chest in your base. Now, instead of placing it in this single area, I'm gonna place it over here. The reason being is because if I have a space next to the chest like so, I could always craft another chest, the same way we just crafted that one, and place it together, and that will create a double chest, which is a bigger chest. It's a large chest that will allow us to add things. Of course, we could keep our food in here. We could keep some items in here. We already have some cooked food that we cook on our campfire, and the food is always necessary to heal. Let's say that you were to take some damage. If I were to, I'm just gonna jump and take some damage in here. Say that I take damage like that. As you can see, I lost a heart and a half, but if I don't have full health, as you can see, I'm already missing 1 of food. If I eat, watch, it heals me completely. So you always have to have full food in order to fully heal after you take damage. And that is why it's important to eat food, as well as if we run, we are going to run out of stamina, and our stamina is going to allow us to run fast. And we need to be able to run fast all the time, because in Minecraft, you're gonna have to escape a lot. And also when you go exploring, you don't want to be exploring all slow, right? You want to be able to run. And in order to be able to run, we gotta have food above the 4 level mark. So down there where you see our food, we gotta have at least 4 of those in order to be able to run. If not, we're gonna be walking because we're gonna be tired, right? So you don't wanna really spam the running button the first day unless you already have a lot of food to be able to refill your food, right? Anyways, that is the guide for day 1 in Minecraft. If you would like to see more of this guide, let me know down in the comments, and I might keep making this series for those of you that are getting back to this game or are barely starting to play this game and want to learn how to survive. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, bye bye.